Every family hides a secret. Yours was suffocating silence, a cycle of unspoken pain. You felt its insidious weight, a generational burden pressing down, promising only more. "This is normal," they whispered, but your soul screamed a defiant truth. A dangerous flicker ignited. What if it didn't have to be this way? You heard whispers of a different life, a freedom they couldn't conceive. Loyalty, they called it. You knew it as an anchor, dragging you deeper. The invisible debt of gratitude, a manipulative currency always demanding more. Breaking free meant shattering their reality, and perhaps your own heart. Every interaction became a brutal crossroads. Succumb or fight. You saw the ghost of yourself, trapped, and swore you wouldn't become it. On the precipice, a single breath before the leap, fear was a cold blade. Then, with a scream only you heard, you severed the cord. The tremors ripped through their world, then yours. Nothing would be the same. Traitor. The word, a poisoned dart, found its mark deep in your gut. They mourned the version of you lost, not the one finally finding themselves. Was it worth it? Their silence echoed louder than any criticism. They rewrote your history, painting you as the villain who abandoned them. You grieved not for them, but for the family you always wished you had. Walls rose, isolating you, making you question your sanity. This was no war of words. It was a battle for your very soul. Holiday bells, once warm, now rang with a hollow, desolate sound. Another year, another empty plate at a table only you occupied. Cherished memories became spectral reminders of what you'd sacrificed. Yet, in that brutal solitude, you found an unknown strength. You redefined family, building connections based on choice, not blood. They projected their fear onto you, their unaddressed trauma a cycle of blame. "You're imagining things," they'd say, twisting your very reality. Your vulnerabilities became weapons, wielded against you without mercy. You learned to build a shield, not of anger, but of self-preservation. Sometimes, the deepest love is found in walking away. Every step forward felt like wading through emotional cement. You built a life, brick by painful brick, a horizon previously unseen. Quiet moments of joy became profound, hard-won victories. Wounds healed, leaving scars, yes, but scars of survival. Forgiving yourself for breaking away was the hardest, crucial battle. Old voices returned, an echo chamber in your mind, pulling you back. Ingrained old patterns fought for dominance, demanding constant vigilance. Words unsaid, apologies unreceived, a peace in accepting that. You drew a line, sharp and unyielding, protecting your sanctuary. Freedom wasn't sudden. It was a slow, sweet taste, painfully earned. You carried generations. Weight, breaking chains they never dared. You nurtured the wounded inner child, giving deserved love. For the first time, you were truly, unequivocally yourself. Your courage carved a path, not just for you, but for a future generation. You wrote a new blueprint for family, respect, joy, unconditional love. Imagine a child unburdened by the shadows that haunted your youth. Their laughter is your legacy, the toxic cycle, at last, broken. The cost was immense, yes, but the alternative was annihilation. A bittersweet triumph, knowing what was lost, cherishing what was gained. You gave them a choice, a voice, a future free from your chains.